What's up, guys? So I really want to tell you about this weird, obscure black metal band, but I need to give you a backstory first. So we're going to take it all the way back to the age of little Brandon. I was 11 years old, sitting at my family computer, and just like any other normal kid, I needed to find the heaviest band of all time. So, me, being the smart kid that I was, I went to YouTube and I typed that exact thing in. And I found a top 10 video. What's funny is you can actually go on YouTube to this day and it's still there. It is called The Top 10 Satanic Black Metal Bands. And I remember coming across this crazy song in that video. It was the heaviest thing to ever pierce through my 11-year-old ears. This song was recorded by none other than Imperial Crystalline Entombment, or I.C.E for short. This band instantly caught my eyes because other than typical black metal bands where they're all black, these guys were super duper white. Like, they went winter the whole nine. Something about them had just stuck in my head. I think it was the introduction song it just goes, "We are fucking." And I will never forget the intro of that song. I don't know why, it sticks into my head all these years later. But anyways, so I woke up one day wanting to hear this song again. So I went onto YouTube Music and I typed in the name, and I realized that they weren't in it. I was like, oh, that's really weird. Went to normal YouTube. I found their songs. It's the exact same way that I remember them being. There was like maybe a handful of videos of their songs, and they're all from 11 years ago. But all these videos don't get very many views. They get maybe 6,000 views. In my opinion, I think this is like classic black metal, and for some reason they're not known. So the gears were going in my head. I realized that all these guys were masked, and I was curious about who the identities were. So I went to Google and I typed in the band name. Instantly, I couldn't find a lot of info at all, actually. They released a demo in 2003, and then they released a full EP in 2004. And then they went completely silent. No other music, no nothing. However, I saw that they got a Facebook page in 2015. It went all the way to December of 2015. It amassed 158 likes, and that's about it. I found a website called Metal Archives. It says in there, it talks about names inside of the booklet of their CD. It is Bleak, Blisserid, Mammoth, and Ice Sick Kill. But interestingly, none of the names have any band members assigned to them. You don't know who's who. There's no names assigned to the nicknames or anything like that, so their full lineup is completely anonymous. Digging more into the Metal Archives website, I found out that it states that there was 4 people in the band, and 2 of them played in Aurora Borealis, one of them being Ron Vento. So I finally got a name. Curiously, I started researching this dude, and I found out, yeah, Aurora Borealis. It's another really cool black metal band. And I was trying to figure out what he possibly played. It looks like that he plays guitar, so I'm sure he played guitar in I.C.E. After looking up his name, I couldn't find any other info on I.C.E. It was just all Aurora Borealis. And interestingly, Metal Archives is the only website that even says that he is in both bands. So I didn't know how true that was. So after scouring the internet for any kind of information, I just couldn't find anything on this band. It was truly obscure. I couldn't find anything on them. So I decided to maybe try and buy an actual physical CD and look and see if I could find any other info on them. So I went on to Amazon. Don't ask me why I went there first, but I did. I went on to Amazon and I looked up Imperial Crystalline Entombment physical CD. And lo and behold, I actually found one. There was only one being sold. And it was being sold for like $10 or something like that. So I was curious to see if I could find it cheaper on eBay. So I went on to eBay and I found one for $10. Only one in existence. I was like, it'd be crazy is if the one on eBay and Amazon was the same CD. So I went back to Amazon and I checked out the name, and then I checked out the name on the eBay listing, and they both were the exact same name. It was called Aurora 4DTH. Does that name sound familiar? It sounds like Aurora Borealis. So then it got me thinking. I was like, holy crap, wait a second. Is the guy who's selling this CD, is it Ron Vento? That'd just be crazy. I even went back to the Amazon listing, and I remember looking in the information, and it said Ronald Vento as the name. No way. So did I actually find the dude who played in this band? It was blowing my mind. So I was like, dude, I gotta try and contact him somehow. So I remembered that eBay had a messaging system. So I decided to message him. And lo and behold, it was actually him. I send him a message that says something along the lines of like, hey, this is gonna be really weird, but like, are you in any way affiliated with Ronald Vento? Or like the band I.C.E that formed back in 2003? He sends me a reply that says, hello. Yes, I am Ron Vento. The project was definitely a side project. We purposely kept the members a secret. It was really just a fun project we did one year. Holy cow. Then I realized it was him. It makes sense as to why the names in the booklet had, no members associated with it. They purposely kept it anonymous. That's why you can't figure out who's in the band. So I was asking him some questions about it. I got a lot of very interesting information about this band. He says that the band was created for fun. He said that the Facebook page was ran by the bass player, but since they didn't make any more albums, there was nothing to really put on it. He said that they planned on doing another CD at some point, but our bands and jobs took priority, so it never happened. He says that his original idea for I.C.E was to be the fastest black metal band ever, and nothing but blast beats were to be played through the entire CD. He goes, but then they started to take it a little bit more serious when they started to hear how it was turning out, so they made it a legit album. Says it still would have been fun to have no other beats on it but blast, which is hilarious. That was the reason why I was so interested in the band right off the bat, is it was the most intense, raw-sounding black metal I've ever heard. And I think it would have been hilarious if it was just constant blast beats throughout the entire thing. The idea of the band was from Ron Vento, and he took the idea to his friends, who then helped them out with the recording of it. They thought it would be funny if they made a black metal band that was all white instead of black. He says that he still talks to everybody and would easily write more music with them. He's also currently working on the 9th Aurora album right now. There is a chance that in the future, sometime, there might be another I.C.E album. He said that a couple years back, they talked about making another CD, but the only issue would be that they have to change drummers, perhaps. I saw from a YouTube comment that he made, after digging into it a little bit more, that he says one of the members in the band apparently isn't even playing music anymore, so I'm going to guess that that is the drummer, which is unfortunate, but personally, I think they should just get a drummer who's really good at blast beats and go with the original idea for what I.C.E was supposed to be. Apparently, as a whole, I.C.E was just a side project that ended up turning into something really cool, and they have a very small but very dedicated following. They didn't play any shows, they just made a pretty killer album, and that's why it's out there to this day. Here's the CD. I think what's interesting is on the inside of the CD, it says written and recorded at I.C.E Recording Studios, I.C.E, Iceland. I did not get this information. I'm only guessing. This is all speculation. I.C.E Iceland is an actual place. However, I.C.E Recording Studios, I could not find anything on it. And apparently, Ron Vento created his own studio in Maryland. So if you go to Aurora Borealis's Bandcamp, scroll all the way down, and it will say it was recorded and mixed and mastered by Ron Vento at Night Sky Studios. Night Sky Studios, it's his recording studio in Maryland. So I think that the I.C.E album was recorded in Ron's studio. I could be completely wrong. I actually didn't ask him. I felt bad by bombarding him with questions, so I'm not really sure. But anyways, I know this was a super random video, and it's different from all of my other ones, but I was just super curious about who the heck was in this band, and I'm so happy that I at least have some more information about it. It's interesting to know that they purposely kept the identities anonymous. The original idea for this band was to be just constant blast beats, to be the heaviest, most cult album on the planet. I think they succeeded. I mean, I remembered it after 15, 16 years, so I love this CD, and I'm gonna cherish this CD forever. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up. let me know down in the comments if you've heard of this band at all, or if they are completely new to you. I can't imagine that a lot of people watching this video are going to know them, but I guess that was the whole idea why I made this video. So I kind of wanted to get their name out there. I wanted them to be known because I think it's important. I think it's cool. You know, you can talk about the history of all the big bands out there, but I think the little bands matter just as much. Let me know down in the comments if you want me to explore any other obscure bands or more black metal. I'm going to be doing a video on Stalags soon, so do keep that in mind. I guess until next time, stay beautiful. I'll see you guys later. Bye.